Good morning and welcome to Orca News. The headlines. The 2024 general elections is now around the corner. Information about the elections and the voting process we will tackle. Criticisms arise from the result of the renovation of Plainsfield Pier. Klevinski sues several contractors and officials of the expected airport project due to extensive delays. And a representative from the Fusion Party filed a bill on revamping prison cells to be more modernized and mental health friendly. The 2024 Landovian general elections is now around the corner, Paul Wanders reports.
6 days left until the awaited moment for Landovians to cast their votes in the 2024 Landovian general elections. Landovians will exercise their right to vote for various positions, including the president, vice president, party representative of their district, and mayor of their locality. For the presidency, 2 candidates are running for the office of the president. Attorney Mortimer John Coleman, a constitutional lawyer running from the Red Conservative Party. Incumbent president of Landova, President Lutsky Klevinski, seeking a second term for the office of presidency from the Fusion Party. One of them will lead the nation to face the most important and crucial events of the nation's history. 3 candidates will be running for the office of vice presidency. Tyrus Bailey, a business magnate running for vice president from the Fusion Party. Senator Freddie Loyne, incumbent senator running also for vice president from the Red Conservative Party. And Farhan Mittershid, a workers' rights activist running for vice president for the Landovian Acts Party. These 3 will compete for the second highest ranking office in the country. In Congress, 3 senators will be indirectly elected nationwide, 1 from each province. Voting for senators heavily relies on the representatives of the province. The elected mayors and representatives in the province will vote for the party that will be elected senator for the province. The elected vice president of the country will also act as the Senate president in the legislative branch. There will be 15 seats to be filled in the House of Representatives. The lower house has decreased the number of seats from today's 16 to now 15 seats in the next Congress, due to the constitutional amendment in which each congressional district in the country will have 1 representative rather than 2 representatives per city or municipality, and 1 representative per village. Picot City and Sonoma City hold the most congressional districts, having 3 districts in both cities. The voting process will be elected by the most number of votes of the chosen political party within the district, instead of the proportional representation voting system. Moreover, the Elections Commission has said that all systems go for the elections on Saturday. Voting precincts will be heavily monitored in case of voting fraud and election-related incidents. Voting will open from 5 in the morning until 7 in the evening. The counting and canvassing of votes will start at 8 in the evening and must be completed no later than 10. When the counting and canvassing of votes has been completed, Congress will then formally certify the votes right away and declare the winners of the elections per office. Throughout the canvassing and declaring of winners, the Constitution mandates that the incumbent president must not be present in the joint session of the Congress to avoid unwanted inconsistencies, irregularities, and favor preferences. This is Paul Wanders, reporting for Orca News.
President Klevinski has sued several contractors of the international airport project of the country. The president demanded a halt of the construction indefinitely, due to the extensive delays the project has made. The expected start of the construction was in October last year, and has been further delayed. Last month, the Supreme Court issued a preventive mandatory injunction to several contractors involved in the International Airport project. The court ruling was preceded by the president's demands to halt construction indefinitely due to extensive delays. Furthermore, the Architecture and Infrastructure Department will willingly get in touch and instill possible contractors for the project from other countries. They expect that the start of the construction phase must begin no later than December this year. Criticisms arise from the result of the renovated Plainsfield Pier, George Duncan reports.
No change has been made and time was wasted were the central themes of the heavily criticized Plainsfield Pier. Social media users blow up with condemnation and disapproval of the outcome of the renovated Plainsfield Pier that was opened last October 2023. Netizens are saying that there was no change made in the renovation and it was only remodeled but not improved. A common thread in the criticism is the assertion that valuable time was squandered during the weeks the pier remained inaccessible for public use. Many argue that this downtime could have been better utilized to attract more tourists and accommodate the needs of those seeking convenient travel options. In response, the Architecture and Infrastructure Department with the Transportation Department have noted that substantial improvements have indeed been implemented during the renovation process. Notable enhancements include a significant increase in passenger capacity, ensuring a smoother and more efficient travel experience for all visitors. Furthermore, the departments highlight the introduction of a diverse range of shopping and dining options in the vicinity of the pier, providing a more enriched experience for travelers. The Architecture and Infrastructure Department assures the public that efforts were made to enhance the pier's capabilities, and they remain committed to addressing concerns constructively. This is George Duncan, reporting for Orca News.
Here is our weather for today. Here's our comprehensive tutorial on how to vote in Saturday's 2024 Landova general elections. Before going to your precinct to cast your vote, do mind and choose your preferred candidate for the presidency, vice presidency, representative for your district, and mayor of your locality. You are allowed to bring your own cheat sheet, but it must not be left or thrown away in the vicinity of the precinct. When you are now in the voting precinct, sign the registration sheet and ask for the ballot to be filled up. Go to a vacant seat in the precinct in order to cast your vote. A black pen or pencil will be provided in the precinct. When you are seated, read the instructions and notes on the ballot. The instructions are as follows. To vote, fill in the oval next to your preferred candidate's name. Use a black pen or pencil provided to fill in the oval. Do not vote for two or more candidates for the same office. If you make a mistake, tear or deface your ballot, you must return the ballot to the election official or person in charge and ask for another ballot. Any unnecessary markings or multiple votes on the ballot will be marked void and will be asked to redo the vote. Any illegal or unwanted actions in the voting room or on the ballot will be held liable for potential charges. After voting, sign at the bottom and drop the ballot in the designated drop box, or ask assistance from the person in charge of the election officer in the precinct, and you are done voting for the 2024 elections. A representative from the Fusion Party has filed a bill on revamping prison cells to be more modernized and mental health friendly, similar to prison cells in Sweden. The prison cells in Sweden's primary purpose is to rehabilitate inmates rather than to face the consequences and serve jail time. The envisioned modernized cells would be designed to cater to the psychological needs of inmates, acknowledging the profound impact of a conducive environment on rehabilitation. Factors such as natural light, adequate space, and amenities conducive to mental well-being are integral components of the proposed changes. Furthermore, the bill recognizes that the rehabilitation process may differ based on the degree of civil or criminal liability of the incarcerated individual. Customized rehabilitation plans would be implemented, addressing the specific needs and circumstances of each prisoner. Inmates are given opportunities for skill development, ensuring a smoother transition into society upon release. This model has not only shown success in reducing recidivism, but also contributes to the overall well-being of individuals within the correctional system. Even though Landova shows a very small crime rate nationwide, it would be best, according to the congressman, to rehabilitate and justify the actions of the incarcerated first. Undecided yet for the elections? Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. for exclusive coverage of the 2024 presidential interviews, hosted by Carson Nilgers, here at Orca News Channel. Gain insights into the perspectives of both presidential candidates, attorney Mortimer John Coleman and incumbent President Lutsky Klavinsky. And that's it for today's news. This is Natalie Coles, reporting for Orca News. Good morning, everyone.